Hello and welcome back to 101 Ways to Beat Depression. I'm Matt and today we're going to be talking about doing an unusual sounding technique which I like to call the daily word vomit. Now, don't worry, I'm not expecting you to throw up or be sick or make any kind of mess. In fact, we're going to be tidying up a few things up here, so to speak. So what we're going to be doing is first getting a pen and paper, opening up Microsoft Word perhaps on your laptop or the Apple equivalent, or opening up a kind of notebook app on your phone. Any of this is fine. So that's the first thing we want to do. And then simply, we're just going to write down whatever comes into our minds, whatever comes into our heads, whatever words just suddenly come to us, we're writing it down, either with a pen or typing with your thumbs or, with a keyboard. Whatever it is you're going to use, just whatever comes into your head without you thinking about it. And you're going to do this once a day. And you're either going to set a time limit, so maybe 5 minutes, or a number of words, so say 500 words. So that's 5 minutes per day or 500 words per day. Your choice, really. But this must be unfiltered. If you're thinking about what you're going to say next, if you're trying to amend the sentences, make it make sense, amend the grammar, the spelling, you are doing it wrong. This is not about making sense. This is about putting whatever's up here onto a page, onto the screen, and pulling it from deep within you, getting your inner, most unconscious thoughts out of you and onto another medium. So relax, jump into those feelings, and let those feelings guide you. Let the words come out in a flow, and just listen to your head and heart here, and just let whatever it is that wants to come out, come out. It can be full of mistakes, it can make no sense, it can be complete gibberish. It doesn't matter. As long as it's naturally coming from you without a filter, this is the whole point. And you'll see that by doing that, you're relieving stress, you're relieving tension, you're getting out all that kind of pain naturally without trying to overthink it. You're just letting what's really inside, what's really up here, come out. So all those jumbled up thoughts, emotions that are rocketing around, we want to bring them out of you. We want to pull them out of you and put them somewhere else. And that somewhere else, as we said, is either a page or a screen. Just better out than in, as they say. If you're struggling and you're really overthinking it, or you just can't seem to get in that flow, then just wait, relax, and just wait for each single word to come to you like a breath or a drop of water. So, like, this. That kind of rhythm. You'll see what I mean, and just wait. Just let it fall. Like I said, the drop of water from the tap. Drip, drip, drip. And just trust whatever comes to your head is what you're going to write down and is what you want to say from within, like a natural voice, like your true voice coming out. So don't overthink it. Take as long as you want. The words will come. You just have to feel into it. So feel the words as they come. When it feels right, it's the right word. So write that down. It will come to you and it will eventually flow. This is extremely therapeutic. And one of the great things about this is it will probably bring out a lot of unconscious truths, a lot of answers to questions you have which relate to the issues that are plaguing you. And I find doing this sometimes it reveals to me what the solution is to whatever is bothering me. And you might find that too, or at the very least, it might clarify the issues you're having and put you in the right direction and make you realize what the problems are and, lead you to that, finding those solutions yourself. So it's an extremely helpful habit to start doing and a very surprising and introspective technique. And if you're creative, you might actually find really good ideas come out. So it has a lot of different benefits, but primarily what we want is the one that actually helps the internal, helps the mood, helps the stress and anxiety and depression reduce significantly. So there are multiple benefits, but this will largely have an impact on your stress levels and any negative and recurring emotions and thoughts that you have daily. You're clearing the blockages and you're giving your mind time to unleash itself. It's something we don't really do. And you know what would probably be equal to that? Screaming. And we get a release from screaming, but actually this is better than screaming because we can actually get to the root cause of a lot of things and really listen to ourselves and really understand ourselves further. But it's the same kind of thing. It's giving you that release, giving your mind the time to kind of let go and let it out. And you might do that when you speak to a friend, but sometimes you're not totally honest when you're with a friend and it's too cluttered. So doing this alone, putting it on a page, letting it come out naturally is the best way to really see into your problems, into your issues, and find solutions. So just let it out, warts and all. It doesn't really matter. And what you write might be extremely negative, a bit crazy, weird, manic, even dark. That's normal. Don't worry if you read it and you're thinking, oh my God, what am I writing? Am I okay? Like, I didn't realize I was such a negative person. Relax. What's happening is you're operating from a negative place. So what's coming out of you is negativity. It's almost being projected out of you in some ways that you might find, like a friend who's having a bad day might project their anger onto you. This is all you're doing. You're just projecting that internal outward, but you are releasing it, and that's the point. That's where you're going to get the therapeutic benefits. That's where you're going to get the releases from. So if it's a bit crazy, if you're reading it thinking, I'm worried, don't be worried. This is normal. This is what happens with everyone. But what you're going to find is if you do this daily, your thoughts are going to get more positive. What you write is going to change, and you're going to be able to see that change because you've written it down and it's recorded. So don't worry if at the start it seems a bit crazy what you're writing, a bit weird, a bit dark. That's completely normal. Everyone starts here, but it will get better. It will improve, and you'll be able to measure that improvement and see that improvement really clearly. So these writings will get more coherent, more positive, and more fun. And you'll see that you don't always have bad days. You'll see you have good days, some bad days. You'll be able to probably see patterns. You might even see what the recurring issues are that you write about, the things that truly bother you. And like I said, once you know those, you can start taking action to change those and focus on making them better. So this is a great technique because it really does record data you can reflect on. And that's the whole point of this channel. We want to get data, reflect on it, understand whether these habits work for us or not. And if they do, keep them going. Let's make them work for us. Let's make them into a full habit, put it in our toolkit, into our mental house, and see the positive changes that work for us. And that's what we always say. It's about you. It's about what you need, not what I need. It's about figuring out what you specifically need and what specifically works for you. So like I just said, do this for 30 days straight, okay? So that's the 500 words, the 5 minutes, whatever you choose, but it must be for 30 days straight. And at the end of it, well, you recorded it, which makes it easier. Some of these things, I would say record it anyway, but you might not, and you might have to try and think back. You know, I always think writing things down is really important if you want to record your progress, because we often forget. And it's very easy to remember the bad days compared to the good. But with this, you should have a record. You should be able to read back, see progress, or maybe you don't see progress. Maybe it doesn't help. Maybe it doesn't relieve enough stress for you. But if it relieves some, I always say that's a positive step. Well, maybe if it's some, it can become more and more and more. So you might want to consider keeping this going 60, 90 days, making it into a full habit, which just becomes part of your life. And like I said, becomes part of your mental health toolkit. So give it a go, as I always say. Everything is worth trying. Experiment on yourself, see if it works, see if it releases any tension, see if it brings up any solutions to any of the problems you're having or clarifies what's truly bothering you. If so, I'd say that's a win. I'd say that's a positive. So always remember those moments, those big moments, or even the little moments. It all adds up. Like I always say, all adds up. We just need to recognize and appreciate what things change when we do these habits, and then take them into account in deciding what we do next. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for watching the video. Always appreciate it. If you like the video, please subscribe, like, comment, share the video. Always appreciate that. And if you want my ebook and also hard copy book that does exist, the 101 Ways to Beat Depression's book, which is a completely practical guide. It's none of this anecdotes and stories and, you know, data. I know we want our data. We don't want someone else's data. It's important just to understand us, not other people's experiences. So this is just practical. You'll see every page is a different habit, has a checklist. It just gives you calls to action that gets you going, and you can do these experiments, get your data, make your reflections, and build that toolkit, build that mental house. So that ebook is on the website. So if you want that, you can buy it there. Or if you want a hard copy, it's actually on Amazon, so you can get that as well. All up to you, of course. And if you just want to watch the videos, again, I love you for that. And I really appreciate you sticking with the channel. There's loads more to come. And I hope you're getting some benefit. I hope you're trying some of these habits. And I hope some of them you're extending into full habits and you're taking home and they're becoming part of your life. So once again, thank you for watching the video and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.